Push the button. Hey, everybody, it's your boy Chris. Welcome back to the Off Air Podcast. With me, as always, is your boy John over here.
Yeah, it's I'm here, I think. How's it going, guys? I know we've been off air,
Been off the air, yeah. We
for
had to
for a slight minute.
figure this out before, and with doing podcasts this way via Discord, there was difficulty before with audio, and then it didn't properly stream like the last time, like 2 weeks ago, and then last week was Mother's Day, so yeah.
Yeah.
But the train.
How you doing?
I've been good. I've been good. How about you?
I've been, still working.
John and I haven't seen each other in like 2 months, something like that.
3 months.
3 months.
And I'm still being charged for the gym.
Yeah, they do still charge even though they're closed.
But Monday they're gonna be open.
Are they really?
Yeah, I'm still not going.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
No, I'm waiting.
As much as I'd like to, I don't know.
I really want to go back, but I really gotta wait.
Yeah. I want to wait there.
So I got some few topics you want to talk about.
If you want to start, go right ahead. I started last time.
All right, so we got some gaming news.
Oh yeah.
Let's talk about some classic series.
Classics.
We're gonna talk about a throwback.
Oh.
So picture this. It is. Hold on. What year is it?
1990X. 1980X?
All right. So the year is 1999.
All right.
The PS1, it's at the height. Everyone thinks there's nothing no game can top anything. Well, hold on. I'm going to release a game. It's a sport. And it's going to blow your mind. With only 10 tracks. And most of it is early ska music.
We're
talking about the Tony Hawk Pro-Skater.
Yes, sir. Oh man.
It took about roughly 21 years to get a proper re-release.
Oh yeah.
And not only that, Tony Hawk Pro-Skater 1 and 2 is coming to modern consoles. It's rebuilt from ground up, but it's all going to be familiar, so we're not going to be losing, memory.
Oh yeah, no. So it's a pretty great remaster, keeping maps, the roster, the soundtrack, all various choices and customization, and pretty much everything that really made the game great from the get go. It's gonna be great to come back remastered.
Hold on, let me show it. Yeah, so basically, right now they're going to be showing off all the original games. All the original skaters gave their approval, including for Tony Hawk. It's all brand new engine.
Oh yeah, it looks so good.
And what is it? They did release a roster of what music is in it again.
Oh yeah,
I believe there's 2 different tracks that are not on it. Either way, it's going to be a hard remake.
Yeah, and it's the first 2 games, not just the first game, too.
Yeah.
Nice.
Of course, they're bringing multiplayer.
Yes. Go.
So we're going to be playing a horse again.
Yes.
Or skate. Sorry, skate.
Yeah, skate. Excuse you.
Yeah, it's developers Vicarious Visions. Although it's still being published by Activision.
Yeah. I mean, at least we know there's money in it.
Yeah, there's money.
Well, yeah, it's Activision and Sony, so.
Let me just mute it. Videos don't work. There it is. So, streaming sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, it's playing at 1440.
The game will be.
So yeah, it's bringing back. Yeah, gonna be at 4K.
Mm-hmm.
You know, of course, after this announcement, Twitter is like, "Hey, Skate 4, where is it?
Seriously.
Come on, come on, EA. You see that we want skate games again."
Yes. We never stopped wanting skate games.
Oh no, yeah.
I'm still playing Skate
Right
3.
now,
Still streaming Skate
right now,
3.
I actually got for the PC is Sessions. It's the harder version of Skate.
Sessions is an extremely realistic skate game. That's kind of like
It's
a whole other take of skating. Whereas like Tony Hawk games were kind of known for like really pushing the boundaries and like doing impossible moves that you wouldn't be able to do otherwise.
right.
Skate was like the more what was a slightly more realistic version. Sessions takes it to the next level and makes it very realistic in terms of its controls and ability.
Of course, they're also re-updating the trick roster
Oh yeah.
for 1 and 2. So we are gonna see the 900 in the game
Oh yeah.
officially.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's gonna be all local original game modes, including versus mode.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 1-on-1.
Skating.
Other than that, what happened?
I said just a little bit of skating PvP.
And also something that I haven't seen in a while. Create a skate and create a park.
Well, they had that in.
So
they didn't have it in the first few games, but they had it in Tony Hawk American Wasteland and in Skate 3, where you can create
and
parks
underground.
Oh right, yeah, underground. Yeah, you're able to build parks and also modify parks within the game. It'd be great.
Yeah, but other than that, we're getting something that we weren't really expecting.
Oh yeah,
it was just
super excited about it.
We heard rumors from other skaters, like the pro skaters, saying, "Hey, we just got contacted. This is all we know."
Right.
All right, so I'm gonna bring you from the good news to slightly worrying news.
Oh no. Oh no. John's bringing down the bad news. Oh no. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So there's a game series called The Culling.
Mm-hmm.
The Culling is basically a battle royale. It was in the early days of battle royale before what was it?
PUBG.
Before Fortnite. It was around PUBG.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The Culling went free to play for a while. Mm-hmm. And now they're doing a all right, I'm just gonna say they're doing a really bad business model now.
What happened?
So now they want to bring it back to PC and all the new consoles.
Mm-hmm.
You get one game, one match, free.
Okay.
And then you pay for matches afterwards.
Oh, wait, you pay for matches?
You're gonna be playing for matches now.
Oh.
And they're saying so we can, in order for us to keep supporting the game, we're gonna have to charge for matches. Essentially, you're paying to play.
No, yeah, that's unheard of. I mean, it's one thing, like how dirty and how like, I don't know, just how, and we've talked about it before, like how much the gaming industry has changed, with like, I don't know, you can list it, loot boxes and different ways to create incentives for people to pay to play. But now you actually literally have to pay to play in some cases like this. It's nuts.
Yeah, it's like it's rumor from you pay $5.99 to get the game, and then it's gonna be like 50 cents per match.
It's like that's like going to the arcade.
Yeah, except you don't. Well,
that's like going to the arcade and buying a drink. Only you don't leave your house.
Don't remind me of a story I've heard about 10-cent beer night.
Oh, what?
Yeah, that's a history. I'll tell you afterwards.
Interesting.
That was a historical event that we don't talk about.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, it's basically a lot of people are very upset.
Of course.
because it was a decent game to play,
Mm-hmm.
and then from there it's just I don't know, Chief.
Right. Wow. Huh. Yeah. That's something.
Uh, yeah, we never mentioned this last time, but Last of Us 2 got leaked, like the whole story.
Oh, that did happen. Yeah, we didn't even talk about that last time.
We didn't talk about it, but
It's a pretty big leak. Do you want to pull that up or should I?
uh, we can't show anything or talk about it and to extent due to legal reasons. All
Yeah.
we know, all we're allowed to say is there was a big leak. A lot of people got upset, and from what we heard, it's not good.
Mm.
The game is still going to be good. I know that.
Yeah.
Just the story is not going to be what a lot of people were expecting.
I mean, I'm sure there's already articles on it.
Yeah. Sony has been like doing crowd control.
Mm. I mean, I would think so. I mean,
Yeah, that's why we
Last of
can't,
Us is a huge one. Like a lot of people were really looking forward to the second
because
one.
that's
That's a huge leak.
a PlayStation 5 launch.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, that's one that a lot of people have been looking forward to ever since the announcement.
Other than that, Ubisoft announced a new Assassin's Creed
Mm-hmm.
available holiday 2020. It's Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
That one actually looks pretty good. It's Vikings.
I'm
Vikings
still
and
gonna
shit.
wait.
Huh?
I'm gonna wait.
You're gonna wait. I mean,
Yeah, because
I mean, to be fair,
listen,
it is still an Assassin's Creed game. I mean, when was the last time that they invested, a significant amount of time into an Assassin's Creed game? I mean, they did a good job with Origins. Origins was good. That was there was more time being put into that than, say, I don't know. There was like a time for Assassin's Creed where it was really at its peak with, like, there was a lot of time and money invested into it. And then there was an era that like ever since like Assassin's Creed 3 that they just kept on popping them out every year like Sega consoles.
I'm gonna tell you this. I am still hurt from 3.
Oh, what?
I am still hurt.
It's not even the same game anymore, man.
I know. Exactly.
We're not talking about the same game.
I know the series is different, but this is what I was really expecting.
I guess so, but like, I don't know, if you take Assassin's Creed 3 and you put it next to like Assassin's Creed Origins, they may be at the same skeleton in terms of gameplay. Maybe
It's the same name, just
Maybe.
not. It's
But that's
my personal take is just like the Tom Clancy title.
Oh, okay.
It just has the same title, probably not the same game.
Yeah. Doesn't make it a bad game though. If
I'm not saying.
If anything,
Listen,
I'd
I'm not.
if anything, I'd say it's gotten better. Like, yeah, like it was kind of tough. Like, I don't know. Like, Black Flag was a good one, but like, I don't know.
I'm gonna be honest. Listen,
Unity was a miss for a lot of people.
You know how bad that was?
Huh?
You know how broken that was for PC?
Yeah, exactly. Like that one was broken. In fact, yeah, because they were still messing with the new engine back then, and they didn't put much time into that one.
Yeah, it kept crashing on NVIDIA drivers.
Hmm?
It kept crashing like entire graphics cards.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's how bad it was.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying I'm not gonna buy it. I'm gonna wait a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just want to see how long they'll actually invest
It's kind of
into the actual game.
say right now, because I mean a lot of companies are making compromises right now, and have been for like since the beginning of this year. There's been a lot of compromises, especially from big international companies like Ubisoft that have games worked on between various teams they have internationally. So I don't know. I mean, I don't blame you. It's not going to be a game that I'm going to go ahead and pre-order either. But,
Oh no.
But I think I think Ubisoft is looking at I don't know. I feel a little bit optimistic about it that Ubisoft is looking at making a little bit of changes in what they did like the past like 8 years on a lot of the regular titles.
right, so this is new. I was gonna bring up.
Hmm.
So, I've been playing Doom Eternal, right?
Oh, of course. Oh, we're gonna talk about the update,
The recent update,
the
anti-cheat.
anti cheat. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. Doom Eternal has updated their anti-cheat for their multiplayer and stuff like that.
If we can we bring up an article on that?
Yeah, it's pulling up right now.
Okay.
Here it is. There it is. So Doom Eternal added a anti-cheat called De Novo.
Yeah.
It's been basically it's to prevent people from digging around in the source code.
Hmm. It's been used before by other developers, de novo.
Yeah, but it's a lot of people don't realize source code's already out there.
Hmm.
But the thing is, it digs deep into your actual computer's software.
Right. That's kind of the controversy with it too.
Meaning it, even though you're not running the game, it's running in the background.
Hmm.
That was a lot of things with Valorant, the recent game that's coming out. Where it's like, hey, it's running constantly, even when you start the game or start the PC, it's running in the background.
Bring up the task manager.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Basically, it's called kernel mode.
Hmm.
It's to prevent code starting before the actual game.
Right.
But the issue is it's constantly running, meaning if there's a leak to the actual software, people can get in and you don't realize it.
Yeah, it can create other issues. But between it, running in the background, it interfering with your PC performance, but also possible vulnerabilities with other players or hackers.
I mean, I don't know, Chief. There's been a lot of recent game updates, news, especially like a small one that went under the radar where EA has dropped support for Battlefield 5 and Battlefront 2.
Really?
Like they're saying, hey, this is gonna be the last update, and that's it.
Oh. Well.
Because they want to focus on the new Battlefront 3 and next Battlefield. Except we're not getting a release date until like 2021.
Right. Yeah. I imagine.
But issue is a lot of players for Battlefield 5 wanted a one last expansion pack.
Mm-hmm.
So you know how EA is such a great company.
Sure.
They let me pull it up. They gave him a discount Tom Cruise.
Ah.
I am not joking. Discount.
Trying to picture this discount Tom Cruise.
Hold on. Why is it?
Okay.
And there you go. Can you see it?
Yes. So.
Yep, that's discount Tom Cruise.
It's blank.
The hell? You know what? Let me just give you the.
Oh God. Okay. Close that. I don't know what happened on your end, but yeah, that was like.
Yeah, I don't know.
Blank.
There you go. I just sent it to you in private.
Oh.
That's discount Tom Cruise.
Gotta do it that way.
Yeah, sorry.
That's okay. Let's see here. Wait, did he send it? Did he send it in the chat or?
Yeah, in regular chat, host chat.
Ah, that's what you meant.
Yeah.
Okay. Or like Maverick. Discount Maverick.
Yeah, it's like, hey, we
understand.
want 2 new maps. I can give you 1 character.
Yeah.
We don't want it.
Thanks,
I don't know, Chief.
No, thank you. Basically, just spat on the request. Well, okay.
What do you got?
I was say, let me ask you this: since we were talking about, vulnerability, do we want to talk about hacks, or do we want to talk about, or do we want to talk about innovation?
Yes.
I guess we'll start with the hacks, and I'll get to the cool stuff in a second. Because I know before we talked about Zoom, and a lot of people are using Zoom, video conferences, and
What happened?
before they're having a lot of issues with their privacy, with hackers. Previously, when we talked about it, there were privacy issues where hackers were actually able to access. Well, it varied depending on whether you were on Mac or PC. On Macs, I want to say when we discussed it before that the hackers were accessing front-facing cameras,
Right.
while people were in calls. Whereas in PC or more specifically Microsoft, and Windows Zoom, people were hackers were accessing information. They were accessing contact information such as emails, through Zoom, and apparently they fixed that, but they were having other issues as well recently. Let me see if I can find a more recent article on this. So, oh yeah, great, 2 days ago. Okay. Wow. Okay. There's more cases on this than I expected. Okay. Where should we start with this?
What?
Let's look at what Cena talked about it yesterday. Apparently, they bought a security company aiming for end-to-end encryption. So let's see what we got here. As the coronavirus pandemic forced millions of people to stay at home over the past 2 months, Zoom suddenly became a video meeting service of choice. Daily meeting participants on the platform surged from 10 million in December to 200 million in March and 300 million daily meeting participants in April. Okay. With that popularity came Zoom's privacy risk extending rapidly to massive numbers of people, from built-in attention hacking features to recent upticks in Zoom bombing, in which uninvited attendees break in and disrupt meetings. Oh yeah, that was happening too. People were actually breaking into meetings, often with hate-filled or pornographic content. I can't imagine how disturbing that would be. The company's security practices have been drawing more attention, along with at least 3 lawsuits. Here's everything we know about the Zoom's security saga and when it happened. If you aren't familiar with Zoom security issues, you can start from the bottom and work your way up to the most recent information. We'll continue updating the story as more issues and fixes come to light. So this is an ongoing thing that Cena is staying up with. Okay, so oh wow, okay, so the most recent story that they have, for one, so New York Attorney General closes inquiry into Zoom. New York Attorney General Letitia James' office has closed its inquiry into Zoom security practice. CNBC reporting Thursday, Zoom reached an agreement with the office following on Wednesday move by New York City Department of Education, which lifted its ban on Zoom use for educators and approved the software new security features. Okay, so something happened. Apparently, they made an agreement with New York City on education, but was this about them buying a company? Aiming to achieve end-to-end encryption at a wider scale, Zoom said in a Thursday blog post that it acquires secure messaging and file sharing service Keybase. Zoom said Keybase will provide important contributions to Zoom's 90-day plan to enhance security and privacy capabilities on the platform. Keybase co-founder Max Krohn will lead Zoom security engineering team, reporting directly to Zoom founder and CEO Eric Yuan. Okay, so essentially they bought a company focused in security in order to make end-to-end encryption to prevent or get rid of Zoom bombings, people invading calls. Do we have a comment?
Do we?
Hold on, let me go back to the call really quick. I think we have a comment, but I don't want to. Never mind. I thought we had a comment there for a second, but it's not coming up on my end. But yeah, so Zoom has had numerous security issues, like we were saying before about there being Zoom bombing and people hackers accessing content or contact information. But there were other issues recently that I was also trying to find. I know that TechLink was talking about this in a recent episode last week. Or it wasn't just Zoom. I want to say, man, I can't remember exactly what it was. Well, let me see if it's on CNET's thread here. Apparently, it was also vulnerable to foreign surveillance. It's interesting. Oh, that's what it was, or rather, now I remember. So I don't know if they've made any updates this recently, and well, with acquiring the security company, with acquiring what was it? Keybase, like I said here, in the article, might be able to help this, but in more recent issues, aside from Zoom bombing, they were also having hackers. Hackers were basically also able to access. Essentially, they were able to access code and people within calls and actually be able to download malware that way to people as well, and which is a whole other mess, a whole other bag of worms. If hackers are able to not only access Zoom calls and come in unauthorized and just be disturbing people, hackers are also finding ways to download malware into people in calls, which is a whole other mess. That's what I was trying to find. Do we want to move on? Do we want to move on to the cool stuff?
Let's move on to the fun stuff, not the cool stuff. The fun.
Do we want to talk about NVIDIA?
I actually don't know what they did now.
You ever heard about what was released in their GTC conference?
No, I actually have not heard.
What the CEO pulled out of the oven?
Is it enough to render the moon for?
Huh?
Can I render the moon 4 times over?
We're talking about the world's largest graphics card, my man.
I beg your pardon.
Oh, it's huge. It's absolutely massive.
Talk to me, King. Show me.
Let's see.
Show me what you got.
Let me just GTC 2020, yeah. they actually released a 9 video series on the construction of this card, and it's ridiculously massive. Let's look at let's look at their 5 biggest announcements first from their conference.
Wait, before we go on, you can order those graphics custom.
The cards?
Yeah.
Really?
If you go on their website, you can either order it with fans or a mounting plate for water cooling.
Oh yeah, like an AIO.
Yeah, like
that's cool.
I think it's like a couple bucks cheaper. But yeah, show me.
Keep that in mind. Yeah, I'll here. I'll share it here. See that?
What is that?
Well, I'm first. I'm just gonna go over their 5 biggest announcements. So new architecture, new GPU, new systems. Despite the old GPU technology conference as a virtual event, NVIDIA pulled out all the stops and revealed a new GPU architecture, a new data center GPU, and other new products that the chipmaker believes will have a dramatic impact on the data center market. The Santa Clara, California-based company announcements for GTC 2020 largely stemmed from the company's new 7-nanometer Ampere GPU architecture, from which the chipmaker introduced its latest GPU for the architectural intelligence acceleration market, the A100. Do they have a? Oh, this is in pages. I want to pull up like just what this thing looks like because it's insanely huge. Here, they have the CEO here in his kitchen.
As he should be.
I mean, that's where he revealed it. He literally pulled it out of an oven. It's dude. I'm not even gonna lie. This thing's like the size of a baking sheet. Like it's ridiculous. Wait. So okay. So yeah. NVIDIA. Yeah. Launches new Ampere infrastructure, robotics, automotive technologies at GTC 2020. So 2020 keynote. It's moving real slow on my end trying to stream this screen. Because right now I'm streaming it to both you and to and OBS. Okay.
Yeah.
Just give me a second here. Bear with me. All right. Omniverse and tip of the hat of NVIDIA RTX DLSS 2.0 and ray tracing. This segment of a bit of victory lap for NVIDIA on ray tracing and unsampling using AI, DLSS, which I believe it deserves. This led to an Omniverse announcement. I believe that the company has led the industry in accelerated ray tracing and AI for both gaming and workstations. RTX was announced at SIGGRAPH 2018, and a safe ray tracing is now a mainstream feature. Also, so to those listening to this, I'm saying all this in first person. That's just how it's written because it's a Forbes magazine article. Let me see here. I just gotta. I want to get to the good part, showing you this insane graphics card.
No, but listen here, Chris. Can it handle Crisis?
I don't think you understand, John. This is a new.
It cannot handle Crisis.
We made jokes about rendering the moon. This thing's gonna render Mars.
But can it run Minecraft?
Shut up.
No, but seriously, the joke was, can you run Crisis?
Yeah.
Now it's actually before it was like an old joke because now anything can run Crisis, but now the new remake is coming out, meaning there's a new threshold.
That's a good question.
Is that what
Do you see that? Do you see that? Do you
That's
see
not a graphics card. That's a motherboard.
it? That's a graphics card.
That's why.
Oh, come
I can
on.
I can just tell how heavy it is just from looking at it.
It's like a baking sheet.
Chris, I work with those boards at work. We have boards that big and they're heavy.
Yeah.
Snap under their own weight.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So here, let me go back here. Because I don't know. Never mind. But yeah, so the 1800 GPU. Okay, here we go. This one has the specs. I want to see the actual specs on it. If I can. Like, this is a big story with this thing, literally. So RTX and DLS GPUs, or no, sorry, DLS 2.0. So the company reminded of DLS and its existence and showed off DLS 2.0 again. Hong acknowledged that, quote, most people didn't think this would work and said that the first generation was a little blurry, then showed DLS 2.0 images by comparison and claimed that DLS 2.0 did a better job than 1080 native. We'd assume talking about 720 with DLS. Let's see. NVIDIA GPUs, 8-time fully connected NVIDIA A10 Tensor Core GPUs, 320 gigabytes of total HBM2 memory. Jesus Christ. 12 NVIDIA NVLinks per GPU, 600 gigabyte per second of GPU to GPU bandwidth. I never thought I would read that. Are you hearing this?
No, I rather not.
That's only DLS. That's not even the big one yet. NVIDIA Omniverse. Talk about NVIDIA Omniverse solution, which is an RTX server filled with RTX 8000s. None of this features new GPU architecture, but the company did show off a fully playable physics-based ball mechanic game similar to classics like Spectre Ball. Camera movements were somewhat nauseating to watch, but graphics were the focal point. Oh, so that's a real... Huh. It's a really good rendering. NVIDIA Ampere. NVIDIA did the usual world's biggest GPU announcement as well, featuring NVIDIA Ampere and the A100 processor board. This is built for data center and enterprise use. Okay, that makes sense. I didn't think I'll be putting that, like, in my battle station. It isn't a gaming product, but is something that will eventually feed into gaming products, but is also worth covering because it's a major advancement in its space for sure. So, okay. So most people by now have seen the clip of Hong pulling the board out of his oven. We learned more about this board in today's video keynote. The A100 processor board weighs 50 pounds, hosts 8 GPUs via new NVLink 600 gigabytes gigabyte per second interface, and has 6 switches. Some additional interesting facts that were just for fun include the 1 kilometer copper traces connecting all of the hardware and 1 million drill holes that hold it all together. That last fact isn't much of a surprise given how much NVIDIA likes its screws in RTX cards, yeah. And NVIDIA also noted that it's comprised of over 30,000 components. So those were some busy SMT lines, yeah, I would think so, and that it is, quote, the most transistors in one computer ever made.
I'm gonna be honest with you right now.
Mm-hmm.
30,000 components. That's a lot. 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 30,000 components I think I'm proud of you that you even know what SMT is.
I mean, it's not exactly my industry. It's definitely, more.
No, but like at least you know what the name means a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Especially since I work on that.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah, it also makes conversations easier when you're complaining about work. And
No, it's not.
NVIDIA's Ampere announcement also features a new MIG architecture, or multi-instant GPUs for elastic GPU computing, quote unquote.
all I'm gonna all I'm gonna say about this, the amount of heat this thing is gonna put off.
I mean, it's not.
You're gonna have it's gonna be an easy bake oven. No wonder it came out of the oven at this point.
I
I
mean,
don't think I think his oven was broken. I think he was just using that as a heating pad. I'm not trashing on it. I'm just saying.
yes. I mean,
Listen. You know how ridiculous this is.
oh,
We're talking about NVIDIA.
massive. I mean,
We're also talking about the same company that put out the blueprints for what was it? A 10 quintillion rendering software for one of their NVIDIA Titan Gold.
yeah.
That I still don't know where it is. It's basically it's already rendering uh quantum at that point.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it's kind of what this is. NVIDIA is really pushing the boundaries, especially with this one. So again, we're not talking about a gaming product with this. This is for a data center and enterprise use.
I'm gonna give you a quote that I still live by.
Hmm.
You think God stays in heaven for a reason?
Oh god.
I think we're going too fast.
So after using a somewhat strained rocket ship analogy, and Hong explained that the MIG allows each A100 GPU to be split into one whole instance, as most cards are used now, or into 7 instances for isolated applications or isolated users. For data center, the implication here is that you can now sell downcosted access to less computing hardware for applications that don't need as much horsepower, but not require the standalone GPU to host the lower cost user. They're just a sub user on a card. So if you're Amazon, you may end up selling 6 instances of a major AI company and 1 instance of a university student as an example, and still run everyone on a single A100 board. That's insane. So yeah, NVIDIA really pushing the boundaries with their latest announcements, and also with the announcement. Well, this isn't so much an announcement. This is kind of like, so if you have a OnePlus 8 Pro, if you're using OnePlus's new official flagship phone, have you heard about this?
Oh, what?
Have you heard about this? I see you're laughing over there.
No, sorry. I got a joke sent to me for D&D.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, if you have the OnePlus 8 Pro, you have access to X-ray vision, like comic style X-ray vision. The camera on the OnePlus 8 Pro has a color filter that can see through various materials, including plastics, packaging, and fabrics. I gotta pull this up. In fact, I think even what was it? I think even Unbox Therapy had a video on this. So I mean, well, it's okay. So it's not exactly like a real X-ray, but it can see through various materials, which is interesting. So yeah, the OnePlus 8 Pro doesn't have an X-ray camera, but here's how it sees through things.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want to deal with more X-ray. I'm tired of it, especially since I work next to an X-ray machine too.
Well, it's not. It's not. So it's just the camera. It has a color filter
I know, but still,
it can see through various materials. So yeah. So there's a rumor going around that the new OnePlus 8 camera can see through objects in a sort of X-ray effect. It can't. That's not what it does. But it does provide some slight visibility through a handful of otherwise solid objects, thanks to what appears to be a built-in camera defect. Whether or not you consider this a feature, therefore, may depend on a great deal on what kind of problems it causes for your images, if any. To see the feature in action, activate the photochrome filter and point the camera at the right kind of object. So here's an example here. Someone pointed it at an Apple TV. So at first you can just see like the Apple TV, but if you put in photochrome, it sort of looks like a color negative, but it can actually see through the plastic casing of the otherwise opaque Apple TV, so you can actually see the hardware inside. Or I want to say Unbox Therapy's video, they did it with a box that was able to see through the cardboard and see what was inside of like an iPhone box. It's interesting. I'm not really sure how they do that with its photochrome effect. I don't really know how that works. Okay, here's what's happening here. Cameras are typically designed to capture light in the same wavelengths that humans can see. There's no reason they have to be. And there are wavelengths of light that cameras are capable of capturing but simply don't, because doing so would introduce visual artifacts into the spectrum bands that humans can see. In this case, OnePlus's camera is picking up infrared light that our eyes can't normally see. The combination of a slightly opaque, in a visible light surface, and the OnePlus's slightly infrared-friendly camera can combine to create output we wouldn't normally get. We wouldn't normally get. So the result is like an X-ray or like X-ray-like camera. So your brain is capable of seeing colors you don't normally process if handled in the input to do so. Some years ago, so this is on Extreme Tech. So some years ago, they wrote of a man who had the lens of his eye replaced with artificial ones. That's one hell of a cataract surgery. As sometimes happens in these cases, the new artificial lenses allowed him to see deeper into the ultraviolet than is typical for humans. So this is a wider spectrum of visibility that this person was able to get through artificial lenses, and it's a wider spectrum of visibility in the spectrum on this camera as well, with in the infrared and ultralight, wider and narrower wavelengths of the visual spectrum that we can't typically see as humans. Tests with precise spectrographic measuring equipment confirmed it. When handed deeper UV light than we typically see, your brain is capable of mapping it into visual output to some modest extent. Back to the OnePlus 8. In this case, the camera that's doing the sensing is a low-quality sensor that doesn't take very good photos. Android Central has dismissed the privacy risk for this reason, given that the photochrome mode apparently degrades the image quality further. So we're talking about like a lower, resolution.
Yeah.
Lower megapixel. The overall privacy risk is small, the company claims, though we can understand why folks might be leery given to how easily footage finds its way online these days. This also is a problem OnePlus really should have caught in factory. Yeah, it's an interesting way that to see inside some otherwise opaque hardware, but those who want a serious look at some things may be better off just hunting down a screwdriver. Yeah. Cameras that can see the infrared are cool, but the usefulness in this model was rather lacking. So I mean, it's a cool, I guess you can consider, feature, kind of also a mistake that people were kind of concerned about, like perverted use. I don't know. Definitely a weird
I don't know,
story.
Chief.
Definitely a weird story. But yeah, that's a thing that you could actually do right now if you have a OnePlus 8 phone on the cameras, is that color filter and how it works. Do you want to take back the mic? Or otherwise,
Well,
I'm trying to think. I feel like there was something else I want to talk about, but I can't. It's escaping me.
let me knock out 2 quick things.
Go for it.
3 actually.
Go for it.
As of yesterday, hurricane season for the Atlantic started.
Oh.
That's small. Earlier this week, Halo 2 Anniversary Edition for PC came out.
Okay, thank you. All right, this is kind of more my speed.
And then Epic Games and Rockstar actually put out Grand Theft Auto 5 for free.
Yeah, GTA 5 is free. We've been seeing a lot of memes about it.
Well, and then Epic Games no longer worked for a couple hours.
That did happen as well. Yeah.
And I got the greatest meme from it. It was basically the Star Wars prequel meme. It's like, don't do it. You can't handle it. Free, and immediately crashes. Cyberpunk 2077. I think did we talk about the rating system?
No, I don't think so.
It received essentially a rated R in Brazil.
Because of
the highest rate.
Well,
because of the violence.
Oh, because of the
and
violence?
sexual content.
And sexual.
Yeah.
I would say because there was recent news about it that we didn't talk about, and I don't think we really. I don't think we really need to talk about the various customization features.
I was gonna get to that point, but let me mention this. We're talking about Brazil. Gave it the highest rating.
Yeah, good point. Oh God, is this gonna be like the equivalent of like NC-17 type of thing?
For them, here's the thing: Australia, completely fine.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
Remember, we're talking about Australia, who censored a scene that wasn't technically in the game for South Park.
Yeah.
It was an implied scene.
Yeah.
But if you play the Australian version, it's just a koala crying.
It's so sad.
Yeah, it's like because of your country, we can't show you this implied scene. Here, you can just still listen to it.
Australia is disappointed in you. They thought you were better than that.
It's so great. This
little koala. It's like the embodiment of Australia. Just looking up at you crying. Like, we thought you were better than this. That's terrible.
But yeah, Cyberpunk 2077.
Apparently, it's not that bad. But also, we're concerned because Brazil
is like, all right, guys, this is way too violent.
I feel like some people have like their ethics in different places in this situation.
Brazil's like, hey, this is come on, we got cartels, but this is too far. No, but it came out recently that there's very interesting customization for characters in Cyberpunk. You can customize your
phallus. I don't really care to get too far.
Your sexual organs.
Yeah, you can do that.
And you can mix match.
Yeah, because there are like, quote, very graphic sex scenes. So some people have, something to look forward to there.
Yeah.
Is that our time?
I could be. Oh, now I remember. Remember BioWare?
Yeah, I remember buying
You know
that.
how we talked about like the big people leaving?
Yeah, no, yeah, I do remember that. That was sometime
There's actually an
that was
upside to
sometime either
that
earlier this year or late last year. We were talking about that.
because of Anthem. They were leaving because of Anthem.
Right, right.
Well, I have good news for you.
Oh,
Those people got hired
where?
by a very interesting company,
Hmm.
Wizard of the West Coast,
Huh?
the company that makes D&D and the Warhammer series and Magic the Gathering.
What?
And guess what? They're working on a game,
Interesting.
a
Like,
sci-fi D&D.
hmm. I mean, it's technically always been possible, but that's cool.
Well, no, it's more. It's possible right now, homebrew or your custom version. Now it's gonna be official. Official books,
Cool.
official guides.
Ooh.
Like,
BioWare.
well, no, it's not BioWare.
But
It's
like,
BioWare employees.
you know what I mean.
It's like
It's
when
what
Infinity
matters.
Ward left.
It's like when you take, you know, it's like when Steve Jobs left Apple and they had to get him back because he made Next. It's not the name, it's the people.
Yeah. Or like when Infinity Ward left and made Respawn.
Exactly.
But yeah, we're gonna be seeing some very interesting content coming out. Because remember, we also saw Critical Role, their first campaign, become official.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Yeah.
I still gotta get that book.
For sure.
But yeah, we're gonna be seeing a lot of interesting content this year.
Yeah, if you play D&D, for sure. Some pretty exciting
And
stuff there.
let me bring you a little bit down.
Oh, okay.
Have you heard about the Elder Scrolls 6?
Not as of late. It's been a concern of mine since last year.
Bethesda recently talked about it.
Okay.
They said stop asking. We're not gonna see anything anytime soon. You're not gonna see anything else in anytime soon. So a lot of outlets are saying, "All right, we're gonna see it after time ends."
Damn it, Todd. Why did I ever put any trust in you?
You put trust in it? You know what song is playing in my head right now?
Lies. Tell me sweet little.
Tell me lies.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Todd Howard of Bethesda.
Good.
I just want to be a football player.
No, I just want a successor to Skyrim. Damn it.
No. Go play literally any other game.
I'm gonna keep playing Skyrim until you give me something good that isn't some shooter with Minecraft. That isn't a battle royale. That has good NPCs. Damn it.
You know I got offended the other day.
Don't do what you did to Fallout. Fuck.
I got offended the other day.
Oh, did you?
By Bethesda. On my own social media, my Instagram, they had the balls to advertise me Fallout 76
Oh yeah.
items.
Oh.
Like you know how Instagram gives you like
Slimy
advertisement
bastards.
for like random shit.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, you want to buy power armor? You want to buy platforms?
I don't want to buy anything. I want to play the game. I want to play
I want
a game. I want to play a good game. Where'd the time go? I'm gonna play New Vegas. Leave me alone.
No, I'm sad, man. I've been sad.
By good developer. Rest in peace, Obsidian.
What was it? I don't know, Chief.
Gave us
Uh,
a sliver of hope and then just take it away.
Mad Max is getting a prequel.
Oh yeah?
Fury Road.
Oh yeah, we gotta talk about media. Wait, so we're getting a prequel of Fury Road, you said?
Yeah, Furiosa. She's getting her own story because Yeah, I kind of wanted to see what
Spin-off
was it?
type thing.
It was I wanted to see the sequel to it. Why is my
So yeah, your camera's coming out of focus. I don't know how that happened.
eh.
There it is. That was weird.
Okay. Yeah, so we're getting a prequel. It's for Furiosa.
Mm-hmm.
But I did want the sequel to Mad Max Fury Road. I think it was going to be Apocalypse Desert. That was the code name.
Interesting.
Well, I got nothing. I'm like just picking shit at this point.
Say, just a few quick things, I guess, to close on media that I almost forgot to talk about. For one, man, you know how we talked about before how Hulu had HBO unlocked.
Yeah.
Locked it back up. I was in the middle of The Wire. And now I need to watch it on DVD.
That's how they get you.
When was the last time you watched something on a DVD? DVDs are like the new cassettes.
I thought of something of I thought of heresy.
Okay.
Sorry. Yesterday on my way to work.
Wait, the what?
On my way to work yesterday.
Okay.
I'm gonna buy a cassette player, like a Walkman.
Uh-huh. I was looking
get an aux cord, and then connect it to my car.
That's not heresy.
No, and only play music off of that.
So
as I have satellite radio.
Wait, but you don't have a cassette player in your. Oh, okay. You're saying you're gonna
in my car
aux cord to. Okay. That's very.
The car doesn't bring anything
specific.
Doesn't bring.
It's your car has Bluetooth in it.
It does.
That's the okay. All right.
No, and then I'm gonna have like the cassette rack in the car.
Oh God, you're gonna be like that kid in 13 Reasons Why with his cassette tapes.
I've never seen that show.
Really?
I still have not seen it, and I still don't care.
It's pretty good. It's a pretty good show.
Still don't care. Speaking about Netflix,
I was gonna say Avatar.
Yeah, all seasons except Katara. No, sorry. What was it?
It's just the original series. Yeah, Avatar: The Last Airbender, all 3 seasons. I forgot how short it is. It's only 61 episodes. I'm already halfway through.
You know how many years that went on?
Oh, went on for a while.
That show?
The show had various hiatuses in between seasons.
Yeah, because season 1 and season 2 were completely different tones.
Oh yeah, season 2 is the best season.
Season 2 was a sneeze for me. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I barely remember any of it.
I watched it so many times. I'm watching it again now. See, season 1 is the one that I don't remember so well. Season 2 was really picked up, and of course, season 3 is fire. So, yeah, but yeah, it's all on there.
Speaking about people on that show, because there's a certain voice actor on that show, Mark Hamill.
Yes, sir.
Who plays the Emperor?
Yeah. Well, Firelord, Ozai, yeah.
Firelord. I'm actually watching a show on Hulu called What We Do in the Dark.
I've heard about that.
It's good.
Yeah.
It doesn't have Taika Waititi, the director for Ragnarok.
Yeah.
But he's an executive producer.
Okay.
It has a lot of different stars.
Cool. Are we gonna start doing show reviews now here too?
We could. Why not? No, it's really good to watch. I know Mark Hamill shows up later.
Okay.
One of the first episodes, it showed Nick Kroll as one of the other vampires.
Oh, really? Interesting.
He plays the what's it called, like just an asshole.
Of course, he's Nick Kroll. That's typically who.
It was like Devin the Devious. Basically, he plays a Chad.
That's just Nick Kroll. That's like half of what he does. But I was gonna say, because of Avatar on Netflix, Netflix had already been talking about making a live action reboot of the original series with the original writers and producers of the show. Now that the show is is officially on Netflix, about damn time. I wonder if this is like in preparation to that. In fact, I think what was the original release date? Because I'm sure at this point it was postponed. But
For what?
For the live action Netflix series of Avatar: The Last Airbender. And also now rewatching it, it makes me wonder more about how they're going to execute it, realizing how kind of short the show is. Each episode is about 20 minutes long, and like if you watch the show, you realize it's the show was a little bit more kind of mature for a kids show, but it was still a kids show. Like it plays out like a kids show. Every episode.
You know why?
Huh?
I was gonna say, you know why we appreciated it?
Why?
Because it was the first time something replaced Teen Titans after it left.
I guess so. It was kind of like that. Yeah, that kind of genre in the sense that it was. Well, I don't know. So because Avatar: The Last Airbender came out like in 2006, 2007. During that time, a lot of American animation was already copying a lot of Japanese animation styles. Yeah, between shows like Teen Titans, Avatar: The Last Airbender, a few of the Marvel shows that were released at the time, Ben 10, arguably, various DC shows.
Yeah, sorry about the live action stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It only says production 2020, so nothing else. There's no updates.
Okay, but I was curious about it, or I was thinking about it recently because, well, of course, it's on Netflix. You can't really, you can't help but to think about how the way Netflix is going to be doing the way Netflix does things in general. If they're putting the show on there, you would think that this is alluding to them posting it because they now have rights to it. They paid for it, and they're working with the original creators. But my questions that I am now thinking about now with rewatching the series as an adult, is the pacing of the show. It still covers some pretty mature themes into it, and that's what made it like a very interesting show, especially as a kid, is that it had a lot of like compelling themes to it. It was a smarter show for kids, and it had very realistic characters and had violence. But in translating it to a live action, I'm curious about it because it paces itself similar to pretty much any other kids show in that every episode has a conflict and resolution. Every episode essentially ends the same way. Until you get to the very end with Soten's Comet, every episode leading to that point for the most part has a happy ending. I wonder if they would make any changes, whether it be for like returning fans or for the idea that this is a children's show and they might want it to be like still focusing on their original target audience. I don't know if they're gonna have a compromise that way, or like if they want it to be just like a carbon copy remake they're just gonna take the same script and put it with real people, or if they're gonna go about various changes, like maybe adding various parts of the story that or various parts of the universe from the creators that they might want to add, and creating possibly longer episodes or even just a longer series that still has the same conflict and resolution and means, but delves in deeper into the universe. I'm really curious about that, and it's what I'm really excited about now that I'm rewatching it. It really makes me wonder that it just paces so differently from any show. Like if you were to compare it to, I know this is like kind of like I know this is really like comparing apples to oranges, but like imagine a show like Game of Thrones. Of course, it's longer and it has like, but if you think about the world building and the amount of characters that you go that kind of move back and forth through the narrative, Avatar was kind of like that for kids, and I wonder if they're going to make it live action, that they might want to add some complexity to it, to a show like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
This makes me wonder, asking the real questions. How are you going to treat my childhood show? Damn it.
All I want is Dante Biscuit.
Huh?
Dante Bisco, the voice actor for Zuko.
Oh, right, yeah. He can still do it. I don't know if he would be casted as Zuko, but that'd be pretty cool.
He's 44.
Oh wow, never mind. Okay, wow,
Maybe he can play Fire Lord.
that would be cool if he were,
Unless
or maybe Iroh.
you know who? No.
Well, he wouldn't. He would be.
You know who can play Uncle Iroh?
Iroh. Who? What?
Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill could be Iroh, but I'd imagine they'd probably cast. So the original cast member, the original voice of Iroh is deceased. His name is escaping me right now. I was reading on it last night, but in fact, actually, the original voice of Iroh was only there for the first 2 seasons. The guy who plays Iroh in season 3, although it's a very good impression, is not the same guy.
The voice actor who passed away was Maiko Iwamatsu.
Yeah.
He died in 2006, so that was halfway through first season, I believe.
No,
or second.
No, he acted halfway through season 2.
Yeah,
because
that was at that was the one episode at the end where they had the tribute.
Right. Yeah, it was up to the point like right around when they got to Ba Sing Se, like halfway through the series.
He was also the voice actor for Aku.
Yes, he was, and also the guy. So yeah, he was the original voice actor for Aku in the first 4 seasons of Samurai Jack, and the same actor who recasted as Iroh, and the second half of Avatar also played Aku in season 5 of Samurai Jack when it made its comeback in what was that, like 2017 that we had Samurai Jack season 5. Yeah. Interesting stuff. Well, I'm really curious as to what's going to happen with that. I'm also very curious as to what we're going to be seeing this summer from other companies. Now that we're starting to hear from NVIDIA, I'm curious as to. Oh, actually, I have one more thing I want to mention. This is kind of suddenly off topic. I should have brought it up earlier. I wanted to, but I forgot. LG. So you know how before, or you know how last year LG put out their double screen phone.
Go on.
They're foldable, so to speak. Not really foldable. It's 2 screens on a hinge. That some people liked. Now instead of having a 2 screen phone that bends, they made one that swivels. It's like a T. I don't know how to feel about it. It's a weird design. I gotta pull this up so people can see it.
I will leave the call, but I don't want to break it. I don't want to break it again.
Oh, hold on. This will be quick. So, oh come on. Maybe in news. Here we go. LG is reportedly developing a dual touchscreen 5G Snapdragon 7 series. Yeah. Dual screen handset with a swiveling display. So the idea around this, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's kind of cool, but like it's a very specific use that I don't feel like a lot of people are going to be using. Basically, you can have one screen in landscape and one screen in portrait. So you can be typing in portrait while also watching or playing something in landscape with the other screen. Yeah. So yeah, LG has a new dual screen phone on the way with a main display that swivels sideways to reveal a secondary screen underneath. The Korean Herald reports the phone, which ET News reports is codenamed Wing, will reportedly have a main 6.8-inch display alongside a smaller 4-inch screen with a 1:1 aspect ratio, so a square. So you have the main, landscape 6.8-inch display and then a square that swivels out. It's expected to cost a bit more than the new Velvet phone that when it arrives later this year. This wouldn't be the first little phone that LG released. Over a decade ago, it released several phones using this form factor, including the LB 1500 and LU 1400. In addition to their rotating displays, the other major selling point of these DMB phones was the way they had the hardware to receive digital TV broadcasts. Unsurprisingly, the hardware was basic by modern standards. Their main non-touchscreen displays were tiny, and they swiveled. And when they swiveled, they tended to reveal a T9 keypad rather than a second screen. Oh, do you remember those? Like the swivel phones you would have like that clicky keyboard. I still have some of those, like the Motorola.
I've never had one. I've never had one.
Really?
Nope.
I had so many of those phones. I had one that was shaped like a Pokédex, basically. That would fold open. You had the keyboard. Anyway. So apparently, okay. So. So reportedly, it would cost around $817, which is that's in the realm of a flagship phone, over 800. It's such a specific design though, like such a specific niche to focus in. Apparently, it could also be used for bar graphs. I remember seeing a photo for that. Let me see if I can pull up that.
What was it? Oh, I just got sent a message from a friend.
Yeah.
Ghost of Tsushima. Sorry, I can't pronounce the name. Ghost of Tsushima. The new game that looks like a Sekiro. That looked like Sekiro.
Okay.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Ah.
The Japanese like cherry blossom game.
Okay.
That you saw at the beginning.
Right.
For E3 2018. It's been quiet. Recently we got 18 minutes of gameplay.
Okay.
And the game comes out July 17th for PS4.
Okay. So yeah, before we go, let me see if I can show you this, John. And people who are going to be watching this live or later can already see that. Like, yeah, you can use this as I guess to display a bar graph. Let me see. I'm going to share that really quick with you. I also feel like it gives people like other unusual choices to. You see that? That's
no.
what it looks like.
No, I'm good.
Yeah. Anyway, let's stop.
There are things we need. There are things we don't.
Agreed. Yeah. I think this is one of those things that we don't necessarily need. But I don't know. Like I said, it's a very specific design choice for a very specific type of person. Anyway, I think that's all we got for this week. Should mention, we gotta mention this earlier, but we do have a few messages from our sponsors. For one, and probably most importantly, is our fundraiser is still going on towards Project Cure. Project Cure is the world's leading nonprofit dedicated to providing hospitals with supplies and equipment. If you have not already, please be sure to check out the link in the description, or if you're watching this right now on Twitch, it'll be on my Twitter feed below. Please, if you haven't already, donate to and or share our fundraiser, and help our healthcare providers with the PPE they desperately need. Aside from that, are you a fit person? You doing a lot of running? You doing a lot of exercise at home right now?
Perhaps.
Can't wait to get back into the gym, huh?
I can probably wait.
You need the right sportwear and supplements to keep you going. Some good pre-workout and protein. Try FNX. FNX Fitness is also another sponsor for our podcast. FNX Fitness is very, very reliable brand for the best in sportwear and performance supplements, pre-workout, post-workout, protein, for all of your needs, definitely check out FNX Fitness. Link for that will also be in the description. That's what we got.
And of course,
What? Anchor.
Yeah, Anchor. You can follow us on there. Take us on the go.
That's true. If you like our podcast, or if you are a podcaster yourself and you want a platform where you can have your podcast on several platforms at once, if you want to get your platform easily on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts, and you want a free, easy way to do so, definitely check out Anchor.fm. They can get you started easily for free.
And before we go, if you guys want a recommended series for the week to actually watch, I recommend Half-Life VR, but AI is aware.
Ooh, interesting.
It's a basically 3 acts, but each video is 3 videos per act, so about 9 videos in total.
Yep.
This was in preparation for Half-Life Alyx. These people did. Basically, just to sum it up, main character is Gordon Freeman, and then the rest of the people you run into is AI, but it's actual actors.
Cool stuff. Well, that's what we got for this week. Thank you all so much for listening, so much for watching. We'll catch you next time.
Thank you so much.
In the meantime, have a fantastic day.
I guess.
I'm gonna go for a run right now.
My skin is